Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to my video. So today we're going to be talking all about the Frost Death Knight in patch 7.3.5. And for today's video we're going to be focusing specifically on PvP. And not a lot has actually changed with the Frost Death Knight this patch, guys. Other than, they did receive a small nerf, but, to be honest, it hasn't really affected us that much. The Frost spec is still really strong in arenas. So that being said, today we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff, guys. I'm going to be showing you my PvP spec for my Frost Death Knight, my honor talents. I'm also going to be talking about best comps, like for 2s or for 3s. And then lastly, I know a lot of you guys have been wanting to try to hit 2K rating, right? So you can get your elite set. So I'm going to be showing you or telling you basically how I reach 2K every season in 2s and 3s. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so first let's take a look at my talents that I'm running with. This is pretty much what I've used to climb every season on my Death Knight, all the way to 2K, and then last season all the way to 2200. And it's the setup that I'm most comfortable with because it does a lot of really strong, consistent damage. And ultimately it's one that I recommend even if you're doing, random battlegrounds or arenas or whatnot. This is overall a really strong PvP build, and I definitely recommend it. Yeah, there are variations of it, but really it just comes down to playstyle, and I just recommend you test it out for yourself. Alright guys, so next we're taking a look at honor talents, and honor talents are pretty straightforward. I normally run with adaptation. If I'm facing like a rogue team, then I'll run with relentless. Alternately, you can run with the trinket, but it does have a 2-minute cooldown. If I'm facing melee cleaves, then I'll run with sparring. Otherwise, I'll take the reinforced armor. This tier here depends on what I'm facing. If I'm facing heavy spell cleave, then I'll go with anti-magic zone. Otherwise, dark simulacrum is really good for stealing like clones, fears, stuns, etc. As a Frost Death Knight, you definitely want to run with Necrotic Aura because it does increase our damage that we do, or magical damage, by 8%. Normally I run with Frozen Core or Frozen Center. And then of course lastly, Overpowered Rune Weapon is a no-brainer because it makes our Hungering Rune Weapon a 1-minute cooldown, which is really powerful in arenas. Alright, now let's talk about best team compositions for your Frost Death Knight. And it's really important, guys, that when you're trying to climb rating in 2s or 3s, that you're running the right comps, because if you're not, then you're pretty much going to stay stuck at low rating. So in 2s, the comps that I normally run with, or basically in this case a healer, is a paladin is my #1 choice because melee wings is really strong right now. Second choice would be Mistweaver, specifically one who knows how to use, Way of the Crane, which is really amazing because it does good damage and it also heals at the same time. And then after that, guys, I pretty much it's kind of a toss-up between like Resto Druid and Resto Shaman. A healer that I do avoid at all costs is a priest. I never team up with a priest on my Death Knight because priests get tunneled a lot in arenas, and the Death Knight right now doesn't have really good peels because of the nerf to our chains or our snare, which has basically been reduced from 70% to like 49%, so it's pretty terrible. But as far as 3 setup goes, guys, 3s is pretty much my favorite bracket, and I like to run Destruction Lock, Holy Pally, and of course, the Frost Death Knight. Elemental Shaman, Holy Pally, Frost Death Knight is also pretty strong right now. Lastly, TSG, which is Warrior, HPAL, Frost DK is also pretty decent. But normally I try not to run with another melee because of all the slows and roots and snares that are in the game right now. It pretty much gimps our overall damage. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Also, if you have any questions about the video today or anything that I didn't cover, make sure you leave them in the comments below and I'll definitely check them out for you. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.